Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful evening wherever you are at. So, real quick on this, man, it has been a complete absolute challenge for me to actually get this stream off. Like yesterday afternoon, we were trying so hard to do it, and all of a sudden we just had a lot of technical issues. I learned that apparently there was an outage for internet in my area, so that's why we just couldn't fire off yesterday. So we're gonna try, and I'm going to do my gosh darndest today to try to at least get some of this exciting footage from one of my favorite characters from Avatar representing today's deck. What deck are we playing today? Well, I'm glad you asked. Oh, I see quite a few of you are popping in now. Hello, everybody. We'll get all the greetings away in just a moment. Let's actually jump into today's deck and show you exactly what are we going to be playing today. All right, so with that, we're going to be jumping right in here. Where are we at? Whoop, 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 whoop. Yay, there we go. Awesome. So, yeah, I see a handful of you here. Jeskai Higashika. I'm sorry, I completely butchered that. I know that name is, what is it? It's Jojo, isn't it? Hello there, my fire friend. Good evening. Shane Rose. Hello, my fire friend. Christina Vang. Hello. And MTG Hillbilly. Hello, my fire friend. Am I on late? Yeah. I have a little bit of a small gap between now and Mrs. Inferno actually coming off of work. So I actually managed to, I kind of beat her home. So I was like, you know what? I got a couple of hours. And unfortunately, yeah, yesterday we just couldn't fire off our live stream of the deck that I wanted to do today. So thankfully, we're going to do whatever we can. I don't care how I do it. Even if it's only like an hour video, we're going to do what we can today to fire off one of my favorite characters today. But as I mentioned earlier, what character is it? It's going to be from the Avatar, Sokka, Tenacious Tactician. Oh man, I love this guy, by the way. His card is amazing. And also my favorite character, my boy here, is ready to throw down. So before we get started, as always, for those of you that are popping in now, just a quick little reminder for you all. We'll go over the stats of the deck first. We'll talk about all the cards, and then we'll jump into as many matches as we can on this version of the deck that's a budget-friendly version. And once we get to the halfway point of the stream, as long as, again, nothing poops out on us, we'll then go over an upgraded version of the deck to really show you what you can do if you want to go all out with it in Arena. So, let's go over the stats of the deck. Long-time viewers don't know how we do it. We have to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So, our Allied Assault deck today, led by Sokka, is going to be Jeskai colors of white, blue, and red. You're looking at average damage curve of 2.6. Wait, Lucia S91 plays Jurassic World 3. It's cool. Maybe someday. I'm never going to rule any other random game out. I mean, we did one time a Dead Space one for fans for membership content. Maybe we'll do another like random video in December, like a random like just chill stream. But I'll put that into consideration, Lucinda. Thanks for at least bringing that up as a suggestion. But anyway, until that time, let's actually cover our deck here. So, as I mentioned before, Allied Assault, Jeskai colors, 2.6 average mana curve, white, blue, and red. We're looking at 23 creatures in the deck. We have 17 instants, 6 sorceries, 8 artifacts, 7 enchantments, and 38 lands. So, as we mentioned again, Sokka, Tenacious Tactician here. This is actually a really cool card, by the way. So, this is a 4-mana, 3/3 human warrior ally. He has menace and he has prowess. And it reads, other allies we control. This is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. They'll give our other allies menace and prowess. Anytime we cast a non-creature spell, you get to create a 1/1 white ally creature token. So, in other words, he's kind of like it's basically a monastery mentor on a stick. Like, this is so jacked up, and I absolutely love it, by the way. I really look forward to seeing how well Sokka is going to do tonight. So, in order for us to get Sokka and the max amount of value, we're going to do a little bit of a mid-range aggro plan here. We're going to try to spell sling a little bit, but realistically, we also just want to play some of our best cards that we were able to get from the Avatar set. That's actually one of the small little tweaks I made for this. I built this deck with the intention of anybody out there that wants to build this one, all the cards that are in this budget version of the deck can be obtained in just the Avatar cards and the extended product. So if you actually just want to go all in on Avatar, this is definitely one of the decks you can do it. And on top of that, it's budget friendly. We're talking only like $48 or 14 rares crafted in Arena. So anybody can put this together as an awesome fun deck if you're a big fan of it like I am. Okay, so I know, got to bring myself down here. I'm giddy for this right now. So hopefully, again, we're going to manage this no matter what. Okay, so let's cover again what we're going to try to do here. So, starting at the one-drop slot here, we have Cloud Shift here. We're going to use this again to exile a creature we control, return to the battlefield under our control. Mostly just again for blinking purposes. It does trigger off with Sokka here, and also can help us with a pseudo bit of a protection spell for us. Earth Kingdom Protectors here, Human Soldier Ally with Vigilance. You can sacrifice this to give one of our creatures indestructible. Mostly it's going to be here just to protect Sokka or any one of our key pieces to ensure we can get our victory going. Speaking of more protection here, we also will utilize the Duke Rebel Sentry. So if you guys all remember, if you remember the show, he's one of Jet's boys. So from the Freedom Fighters they have, he's actually here too. That's actually pretty cool. Duke enters with a +1/+1 counter on him. You can then tap him and remove the counter at any time at instant speed, put the counter on another target creature, and that creature will gain hexproof until end of turn. So again, you have this for hexproof, you have Earth Kingdom Protectors for indestructible. And of course, yip, we got to have this in here as well. So cute, by the way. It's a nice little lesson. Gives one of our creatures we control +2/+2 until end of turn. If the creature is an ally, it also gains flying until end of turn. Attach this to Sokka, so that way you can go high flying, and you should be able to smash away to victory with just Sokka in hand. Speaking of more of Sokka on flavor here, we have Boomerang Basics here. At sorcery speed, bounce back a non-land permanent to an owner's hand. If you control that permanent, so in other words, if we bounce it back, we get to draw a card for only 1 mana. Not too bad, right? Grand, because again, so cool. I love this. She's actually a pretty good card. Human Peasant Ally here. When she becomes tapped, draw a card and discard a card. So you're just looting with her. Her secondary ability doesn't come into play too much in a format like this, but it's still pretty cool as a nice bonus. Non-creature spells we control, we cast cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in the graveyard. Our deck does have a handful of lessons, so we will take full advantage of this. Octopus Form is also a lesson here for 1 mana, gives one of our creatures +1/+1, and hexproof until end of turn, and you can untap it. Firebending lesson here. 1 mana here, and then you can do 2 damage to target creature. If you could kick the spell for 4, then you can do 5 damage to the creature instead. So pretty sweet. Zuko's offense here, it's mostly just a slow shock, so it's nothing special, but again, it is in the deck, and also we can just use it as just basic removal or a light burn spell. Mechanical Glider here is one of our other equipment we have, so when this equipment enters, attach to a creature we control to give it flying. Trusty Boomerang here, because again, all on flavor with Sokka here. With this equipment here, you can then use it to pay 1, tap it to then tap a target creature, and then bounce back the Boomerang to your hand. Man, what a great deck it is, because just of all the flavor. I just love it, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm just gushing so much over it today. But anyway, moving on. We are, of course, now going to go into the 2-drop slot here. Airbender's Reversal. So this instant lesson, you either can destroy an attacking creature or airbend away a creature we control. So this can either have us protect something and bounce it away, that we can recast it later on with the airbending ability, or just, again, blow up something that is going to be attacking us that we have a hard time dealing with. Compassionate Healer here. When this creature becomes tapped, gain 1 and scry 1. So gain some life there, and also helps us fix our next card draw. Inspired Insurgent here. You sacrifice this creature at instant speed and pay 1 mana to destroy an artifact or enchantment, so good again on that. Invasion Reinforcements here. It has flash, so we could flash this in and then create 2 allies out of 1 casting call. So you get to create a token, and you get a human warrior ally out of it. Path to Redemption here, this is an enchantment aura. Not the strongest aura, but it is on flavor for the deck. So we're going to put this in here. Gives an enchanted creature the inability so they cannot attack or block. So good to get something out of the way. At later point, you can then pay 5, sacrifice the aura to exile the enchanted creature, and you get to create a 1/1 white ally creature token. However, you can only do this during our turn. South Pole Voyager here, Human Scout Ally. Anytime a creature or another ally we control enters, gain 1 life. If this is the second time this ability has resolved, we can draw a card. So this, again, is going to be our card draw engine. And I know I shouldn't laugh at this, but I love this card, by the way. So just, that's rough, buddy. Again, this goes with the flavor text that you see on the side right there. It just says, Sokka just saying, my first girlfriend turned into the moon. If you already don't know Avatar, at this North Pole, small spoiler by the way. So Sokka, our guy here, they go to the North Pole with Aang and the rest of the group. They make it there. He falls for Princess Yue, who is the chieftain's daughter. But unfortunately, due to some circumstances, she had to sacrifice herself just to protect everybody. So that's why, that's where the flavor text comes into play, though. I love the flavor text, but kind of a little bit of a bittersweet reminder from what happened in the story. Water Tribe Rallier here. Going forward here, we have Human Soldier Ally 2/2, Waterbend for 5. In order to Waterbend, however, remember that you have to tap creatures and artifacts. So it's kind of like, I guess it's basically Convoke slash, Improvise, I guess? It's kind of like in between. It's okay, but it can help us, again, dig 4 cards deep to then reveal a creature card with a power level of 3 or less and put it into our hand. So again, just helps us just dig out more cards. Accumulate Wisdom here. At worst, it is going to be a 2 mana instant speed to dig 3 cards deep and put 1 card in. At best, if we have 3 lesson cards in the graveyard, it is a draw 3 for 2 mana. That's actually a really good rate, by the way. Dramatic Reversal here at instant speed. Untap all non-land permanents we control. So you can use this as a kind of nice way to kind of do a mass block. And also with Sokka comes out, this will pump up the whole team to give you a nice way to kind of prevent your opponent from getting a little too cheeky with attacking. Forecasting Fortune Teller here. When this creature enters, create a clue token. You can use that again just to then just sacrifice a draw card. It'll quench ya. Oh man, I love this, by the way. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. I love also the flavor text on this. Drink cactus juice. Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest. I love it, by the way. Okay, moving on. Waterbending Scroll, 2 mana artifact. It's a little expensive and a little clunky here, but for 6 mana, you don't want to pay that, by the way. Draw a card. However, this ability will cost 1 less to cast for each island we control. Cathartic Reunion. Again, we can then use this to then discard 2 cards and draw 3 cards. Oh man, this was also a bittersweet moment in the show. Again, we have one of our characters here that's showing right here that they've kind of come back to their senses. They've come back to Uncle Iroh. It was Prince Zuko. He lost his way for a little bit, which was unfortunate during season 3, but he managed to make his way back. He made amends with his uncle here, and it really was a nice moment here. It actually was a moment that actually touched me when I watched the show. Really, really good. Again, if you haven't seen the show, you totally also see it. Don't discard it just because it sounds like a kid show. It actually has some really good moments in it. I highly recommend Avatar to any person out there that's a fan of good storytelling. Iroh's demonstration here. So this sorcery lesson, you can then do 1 point of damage to each creature, so it's a small wrath, or 4 damage to 1 target creature. Lightning strike here, instant speed, 3 damage to any target, however we want to do it. Run amok here. Target attacking creature will get +3/+3 and trample until end of turn, so it's a nice little combat trick. Abandoned attachments here. You can discard a card, and if you do, draw 2 cards. We also have Aang's Journey here. Use this to just dig out a basic land and then gain 2 life. You can kick it if you want to, but we're not running shrines in this deck, so that ability doesn't really do anything for us. So it's again just helping us dig out lands. Energy bending here. In certain circumstances, this actually is pretty powerful for us because it turns all lands we control into all basic types. However, I would recommend probably this might be better off in maybe like a 4 or 5 color deck, but it can still be helpful in our deck because there might be moments where maybe our mana base might get a little clunky. Kyoshi Fanblade here. This artifact equipment, when it enters, you get to create a 1/1 white ally creature token and then attach this equipment to it, giving the equipped creature an extra +1/+0 pump. In the 3-drop slot here, we have Aang's Iceberg. It's a flash enchantment. When it enters, you exile a non-land permanent until it leaves the battlefield. You can awkwardly water bend it for 3 to sacrifice the enchantment, and if we do, we scry 2. Not too often, I don't know if you actually want to do that. There might be some moments maybe you want to save Sokka. I don't know. And maybe there might be moments you might want to actually, I guess, sacrifice this just for, just to fix your next draw. I don't know. It's interesting that they have it, but I guess from a flavor perspective, it's fine. I mean, it does fit the story perfectly well. Airbending lesson here. So this is an instant lesson. You can airbend away a non-land permanent, so kind of like pseudo spot removal, but also it can also evade counters, which is actually sweet, and you draw a card. Ally teamwork here, one of our amazing enchantments here. When it enters, you get to create an ally creature token, and allies we control get +1/+1. So that's a nice little pump for us, and it goes really, really well with our game plan. Avatar enthusiast here. The artwork is hilarious, but I love the fact that they really embrace the flavor for the set. Human peasant ally. Whenever another ally we control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. This actually can get pretty big if your opponent is not careful. Earth Kingdom Jailer here, another spot removable card, Human Soldier Ally, 3/3. When it enters, you exile an artifact, creature, or enchantment with a mana value of 3 or greater until it leaves the battlefield. Glider Kids here, when it enters, scry 1. It has flying, so it's a nice little evasive option for us. Glider Staff here, when this enters, this equipment can airbend away 1 target creature, and then the equipped creature gets +1/+1 and flying. So again, another way to provide evasion. You'll notice that we have a lot of clunky looking equipment here, but there is actually another Sokka right here that helps us out with that. Sokka Swordmaster. So this is a mono white Sokka. Is a human warrior ally with vigilance. Equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each ally we control. So this kind of gives it a little bit of a pseudo affinity ability, and I love it because it's actually really good for our deck. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you can attach a target equipment to control to Sokka here. This actually kind of gives me an idea for maybe a mono white equipment deck. If you actually want to throw in this Sokka into equipment builds, definitely do so. It's actually pretty powerful, but maybe we'll do that as a future standalone deck, maybe in the future. Stay tuned for that. Team Avatar, definitely got to have this. So 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature we control attacks, it gets X plus X plus X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures we control. For 3 mana, discard the card, and you can use this as a spot removal to deal damage equal to the number of creatures we control to target creature. Water Tribe Captain here. Human Soldier Ally. For 5 mana, creatures we control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Suki, Oh, I love Suki here. This is actually a really cool card and goes great with Sokka. They're such a cute couple, by the way. Human warrior ally, otherwise, other creatures we control +1/+0. She's a 2/4, and whenever another permanent we control leaves the battlefield, anytime during our turn there, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Granted, you can only do this once a turn, but that's still pretty awesome. Ty Lee Chi blocker here, 3 mana human for former ally. She has flash and she has prowess, so it goes well with the deck. When Ty Lee enters, you tap down one target creature and it doesn't untap as long as its controller untaps it for as long as you control Ty Lee. So you can lock something down and prevent it from doing anything for a little bit. Really, really good flavor, by the way. Founding of Omashu here. This saga allows you to create 2 1/1 white ally creature tokens on part 1. Part 2, discard a card and draw a card. And part 3, creatures we control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So again, a lot of pump with this deck. We want to go wide. We want to make our tokens bigger and bigger very quickly. How to start a riot. Speaking of that, this also goes well with us. 3 mana gives one of our creatures menace until end of turn, and creatures we control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Treetop Freedom Fighters here, again, just part of Jet's little crew here. Human Rebel Ally with haste, and when it enters, it creates a 1/1 white ally creature token. Twin Blades here, it has flash, so this is a great combat trick as well. When it enters, attach it to a target creature we control. The creature will gain double strike until end of turn, and the equipped creature gets +1/+1. Aang Swift Savior. Obviously, we just can't do a Sokka deck without the rest of the Aang gang. So Aang here is a Swift Savior. He has flash and he has flying. When he enters, you airbend one other target creature or spell, and you can waterbend him for 8. If you do, transform Aang into Aang and Law Ocean's Fury. Not too often you're going to want to do that, but it's kind of like a nice bonus. If Aang and Law attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each tapped creature we control. We have Hook Swords here. This is another equipment. So for 3 mana, when it enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token and attach the equipment to it. The attached creature will get first strike and +1/+1. In the 4-drop slot, we have Hakoda. I think this is... Wait, wow, I'm forgetting things here. Hakoda is... it's Katara and Sokka's dad, so that's actually kind of cool that we actually got to put him in the deck. Human Warrior Ally, 3/5 with Vigilance. You can look at the top card of your library at any time, and you can cast ally spells from the top of your library, so it kind of gives us pseudo card advantage, which I absolutely love. Sacrifice Hakoda gives creatures we control +0/+5, so it's a nice defensive option here, and indestructible until end of turn. So... not too often you're going to want to sack him, but there might be some moments where using him can mean the difference between surviving a wrath or not. Hyoshi Warriors. When this enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Helps us go wide. Sokka's Charge here. Another amazing enchantment for the deck. During our turn, allies we control get double strike and lifelink. This is going to be a massive way to make a big swing against your opponent and also stabilize against anybody. Cave of Two Lovers here, so 4 mana, create 2 1/1 white ally creatures with tokens on part 1. Part 2, dig out a mountain or a cave card, and part 3, you can earthbend for 3. Wandering Musicians here, Human Bard Ally. Whenever this creature attacks, creatures we control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Sun Warriors here, 4 mana, 3/5 Human Warrior Ally. Firebending X, where X is the number of creatures we control. Not too often we might use the firebending, but it comes in handy for certain situations. And for 5 mana, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Almost done, everybody. In the 5-drop slot here, Gather the White Lotus. For sorcery speed, create a 1/1 white ally creature token for each planes we control. And you can scry too. I usually would recommend to save this if we're going to get blown up with a Wrath, and then use this to redeploy in the mid to late game if we have a ton of planes out. And thankfully, this deck does lean white a lot. If you haven't noticed, we have 14 planes in total here, so it could be helpful for rebuilding. Sokka's Haiku. Man, what perfect flavor for this. It's literally a haiku if you haven't already noticed. So for 5 mana, counter target spell. Draw a card, then mill 3 cards. Untap target land. Beautiful. A little clunky because it's a 5 mana counter spell, but I like it just the same. Katara Water Tribe's Hope. So the other part of the Aang gang here. So for 5 mana, 3/3 Human Warrior Ally with Vigilance. When Katara enters, create an ally creature token, and you can waterbend X, and that means creatures we control have base power and toughness of XX until end of turn. Activate only during your turn. However, this can be a great way also to kind of give a pseudo finish to the deck. Zuko's Exile here. 5 mana colorless spell to exile an artifact, creature, or enchantment, and its controller creates a clue token. Not too often you want to give your opponent card advantage here, but this is, I think, decent enough where they have to still pay to make the clue work, so this can be very beneficial for us in late game. Speaking of late game removal here, our final card and Sokka's signature sword, his own equipment, Meteor Sword. For 7 mana, it's expensive, but it's actually pretty awesome. When it enters, destroy target permanent, so you can blow up Lance with this if you want to. The equipped creature will get +3/+3. And then finally, for our mana base here, again, we are a budget deck, but we're going to work with what we got. So we'll have 14 plains, 7 islands, 7 mountains, and we'll use all of the rares that are available in the avatar set proper. So we have Abandoned Air Temple here, we have Angna Quella, this is actually the Northern Water Tribe, by the way, and we have the Fire Nation Palace. This one will provide Firebending 4 for a target creature. Quella here allows us to just loot by drawing cards and discarding cards, and the Abandoned Air Temple puts +1/+1 counters on each creature we control. We'll throw in, of course, some of the tap lands that we can afford, such as Thriving Heath, Isle, and Thriving Bluff. We'll also utilize the other dual taps we have in North Pole Gates, Airship Engine Room, Sunblessed Peak, and finally our last rare will be Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop here. And this will help us again round out the whole package because this allows us to fix perfectly for our ally spells. And that is the whole deck, everybody. Whew, as always, thanks again for hanging in there, everybody. Let's actually now get the really fun part going on. Let's play this game. Let's play this in a couple matches here, and let's see how well we can do. Okay, so let's get to the actual fun part here. I really want to see we can really shine with this, by the way. I'm totally looking forward to this. Okay, so with that, let's get going here. Whew. Now that I had a moment to breathe, by the way. How's everyone doing tonight? How's your weekend been so far, everybody? Are we all having plans for Turkey Day coming up? Let me know again what's been going on for your weekend. Hopefully you're all having fun if you've been playing the Avatar set. All right, excuse me while I also try to take a little sip of something to drink over here because I'm parched, by the way. Ah, delicious. Okay. All right, come on. Let's get a game going. Opponents? There we go. All right, let's get our game face on.
It's time to
Yeah, all right, okay. All right, we're going to hopefully try to get in as many games as we can. Even if the stream somehow poops out, I am going to do what I can to make sure we can maintain. We're going to try here because I would hopefully just want to finish this up. I would like us to at least get a couple of games in, even if the stream poops out. Not that I'm cursing it or jinxing ourselves here, but we've had some bad luck this weekend. So let's see. We will let's get the mountain out and pass. Okay, opponent is playing Fire Lord Ozai. Okay. Well, everybody's all in on the Avatar set, so that's actually been fun. I like that everyone has been embracing the cards. But there are definitely some cards that are pushed in this set, so we'll see. We'll see how it all falls to us here. Let's play Water Tribe Rallier. First card here. So Fire Lord Ozai. So our opponent here is they're Rakdos. Sacrifice their Prismatic Vista. What you sacking for, opponents? Got a mountain. Arcane Signet, okay. Waterbending Scroll. Not too helpful yet, but we'll get there. So we'll get the Rallier going. Swinging. Opponents. Should be able to do anything. I mean, they don't have anything else, I believe. We make the first hit. All right. Forgotten Cave. Okay. Opponent is cycling a land. Okay, they need to force their magic number. If we can do that with Ty Lee, maybe we should be able to lock out Ozai for a bit. We'll see. They don't do anything yet. Maybe they're anticipating we're going to do something. Okay, so we got an island. That's good. So for this, let's get out Sokka's charge now. Hopefully they don't have any enchantment removal for the time being. But I anticipate they have plenty of spot removal. Wait for it. Demand. Oh, okay. Demand answers. Okay. They threw away a land. So from here, down to 20, down to 18. We got some life back. Okay. So we're nicely stabilizing for now. We have time now to sponge hits we need to. Ooh, Seeding Song. Ooh. I didn't realize we actually had this ritual now in Arena. I got to take advantage of that at some point. We definitely have to use that. Okay, opponent is going to tick down. So they blow away our creature. Joy. But it's okay. We still have plenty of time here. Let's play Waterbending Scroll. And we will pass here. Okay, so we can still get them with the Quench, if you will. Okay, opponents. Swiftfoot Boots. Let's see if they get greedy. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sedgemoor Witch. Okay. They attach it. Okay. Fire Lord Ozai coming in. Not yet. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. We'll play Allied Teamwork. I might as well just run out all of our enchantments to start buffing our whole game plan here. Hopefully this should work. Man, but we could use a couple more lands, though. Another land or two would be solid. We have 2 counter spells and Ty to start chi-blocking shenanigans. Ooh, Dark Petition. Oh, man. Our opponent is, they're not playing around. Ooh. Not good. Opponents? Paradox Engine. No. Alright, well, definitely... Our opponent is definitely an evil person, I will say. I mean, if that's how they're going to play, then definitely they're playing it gnarly. Okay. Arid Mesa. Okay, they crack it. Now, granted, as a reminder, this is usually what's going to happen if you play budget decks like I do. Obviously, we're going to get blown out here and there, but I won't despair. I still believe that we can totally pull off some fun wins here. At least once we can get our game plan going. Okay. Opponent, or are you just going to combo off here? No, they will. All right. Okay, Diabolic Intent. Okay. Well, this is no fun. Opponents. I guess you could say it's on flavor for Firelord Ozai to do evil things, if you will. Rest assured, we will be doing, of course, a Firelord deck at some point. It would be bad of us not to do one. At least one. Okay, opponents. All right. Okay, so I guess I probably should ask, how much longer should we let our opponent just run out their game plan? Because at this point, they're playing Solitaire, and it's not very fun. Okay. Opponents, anything else? Okay. Are we done? Okay. All right. I'm over this. Opponents, boo. Terrible. How dare you, opponents? I just wanted to have some fun with my allies. Disgusting, by the way. All right, it's fine. We'll shake it off, everybody. Let's shake it off. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to try again. No big deal. Okay. Let's see if we can actually get one where our team can do its thing. I know we can do it. We've tested this before, and even though the original stream didn't completely fire off, this time around, I know we can totally pull it off here. You just got to believe. You just got to believe. Okay. All right, so while we're waiting here, another question I want to ask all of you. So, question for everybody here is, we're getting now near the end of the year. What do you think has been your favorite set from Magic the Gathering this year? Do you like the Universe Beyond sets? Did you like some of the returns to Tarkir? Or were you a fan of the news area, Edge of Eternities? Let me know in the comments, everybody. I would love to hear from you. But while you guys take the time to answer that question, so we got the North Pole Gates, Energy Bending, the Duke, Sokka's Haiku. We need a red source. If we can get a red source, we should be fine. But until then, let's see. Our opponent is playing also another dirty creature, though. Trust me, we will get, of course, around to this one, because I have to address the elf in the room, if you will. Obviously, also because we're we're closing in on Christmas, so we definitely have to do a holiday-themed deck. Speaking of holiday-themed decks, I do have one already set to go for Thanksgiving, or some people call it Turkey Day. We definitely have a deck coming up for that. So stay tuned. That's going to be a fun one. I think we probably should mulligan, though. I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything with this hand, so mulligan. Okay. This is fine. We can make this work. It should be okay. So we can get our sources down here nice and easy. Okay, but if they're mono green, so does that mean they have also a lot of artifact and enchantment hate? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Okay, we got the Tale of Two Lovers. Okay, so opponent. Let's put down the green. Bro fellows. That is going to be an incredibly frightening card once it starts gathering stuff here. Let's see if we can kind of do our thing here. Put down the land. We will... Can't really do anything else, by the way. I guess we'll just pass. Maybe I should have put down the Thriving Isle first. That probably was a mistake on my end. Let's see if that's going to cost us anything. Toski, okay. Fortunately, we have a way of dealing with Toski. So our opponent will not do anything yet. That's good. So we'll have Thriving Isle come down on white. I guess we'll do this now just to slow down our opponents. Opponents? Okay, nice. Rowfellows is down. So that bought us time. Once we get the Path of Redemption on Toski here, then we can keep it off the field for a little bit. Because his ability, while damage-wise is not what we worry about, he's going to keep drawing cards, and that's not a good thing. We need to slow down him as much as we can. So, let's do that now. Toski gets locked out. Nice. And we will pass here. So Toski can no longer swing. Oh, Primeval Titan. Okay. Okay, opponents here playing it dirty. No chill tonight. No chill. But it's all good. We will still make it work. Just got to start going wide with Sokka here quick. If we can do that, I think we might have a shot. I just need maybe at least one land. One land and I can start pumping up everything. Come on, deck. Show me some love. Okay. Beanstalk. Okay. Still nothing yet. Okay, forests. Lots of forests. I don't more Visioner. Okay, here come the elves. Lots of card draw. Ooh. Still nothing yet, though. So we've got time. So at this point, let's see. I think Aang's Iceberg. I don't want him to keep doing this, but we need to... Primeval Titan's got to go. Okay, so that's out of the way. Phew. Okay. I'm just trying to slow down our opponent as much as we can. Staff of Dominion. Okay. Ugh, jeez. That, I think, might be the end of us here. With the staff out, they can keep untapping, and now they have infinite mana, don't they? Okay. We're just going to concede here. There's no way we're going to be able to get around that, so we have to call it there. Dang. Not doing too good tonight. 2 losses already in a row. But it's okay. We're not giving up. I know we can get a win with this. If only I had the footage from previous live stream from yesterday afternoon. We actually did get some wins in that one. But don't worry. I know we can do it tonight. We did it yesterday. We can do it again. Although I worry that on the night side, everyone's just all sweaty, by the way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So we're going to fire up our next one here. And we're going to try again. We're not giving up. All right. Let's load up our next game here. Opponents. Give me an opponent. Give me a fun one. Give me a good one. I'd like to get at least one victory with our budget one before we go to the non-budget one. Just one. Just one. Random, but if you anybody out there who has seen the series, what is your favorite episode of Avatar? Do you like? And yeah, is there any episodes that you guys want to chat about? Let me know. Let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. Okay, so for the Kingdom Protectors, we have a little bit of a clunky mana base here, but I think we can make it work. If we get one more blue source, we can make it work. Oh, hold on one second, everybody. Sorry. Someone was at my door. Okay. All right. Where was he? Okay. Oh, it's our turn. Okay. Play the planes. Earth Kingdom Protectors. All right. We're back. We're back. Okay. So. Gee. Oh. Something went down my throat again. Dust bits. We love to hear it. Excuse me, everybody. Oh, that felt painful. Okay, any case. All right, nothing yet. Oh, wait. So our opponent is playing, what is it? Hey Bye? Forest Guardian. Okay. So it looks like our opponent is playing Shrines. Let's see if we can get around Shrines. Okay. What do we got? Bloodstained Mire. They cracked it. What are they getting? Triome, Shockland, Surveilland. What'll it be, opponents? Ooh, Triome. Okay. Arcane Signets. South Pole Voyager here, so let us play the Avatar Enthusiasts. We'll swing here, down to 23. Okay, so with Avatar Enthusiasts, we actually now have a decent blocker and attacker for a bit, because with this, that'll start getting bigger and bigger as the game progresses. The Delta, all right. Opponent's going to be a little bit slow because they have to fix their mana to exactly the 5 they want. They start casting their things, but that means that buys us time. Beginning and end step, so they exile. That's fine. I don't mind our opponent does that. It can't really... It's only decent for defense. Oh, beautiful. Yes, we got the right mana. Sokka, coming in, my boy. All right. Now, here's where the real fun begins. Down to 18. Now we have a chance to really kind of push through damage fast. Okay, Swamp. Okay, here comes Hey Bay. But we have Earthkeeping Protectors to protect Sokka if we have to. So this gives us time. Okay, so they will draw a card for each shrine, which is just 1 card. That's fine. Let's see. So now we need to start going really, really big with our game plan here. I see what our opponent's trying to do here. Okay, so Hey Bay is going to start getting blinked. So they can start getting more shrines out. Okay. Which is fine. Don't mind that right now. Let's see. How do we do this here? Let us play South Pole Voyager. Start pumping our creatures. We will play... Let's see here. Hook Swords. There we go. Yeah! Oh, I love this. Pump. Pump, pump, pump. Make another token. Keeps going off. Oh, I love it. All right. Avatar Enthusiasts. Who would have thought this was going to be our attacker here? Boom. Down to 11. Okay, so our opponent has 1 turn here to stop us, because otherwise we're about to close this out here and now. Oh, man, this is going to be so much fun. Even if our opponent tries to do anything crazy or, like, blow up Sokka, we have options. Let's see. Hoden doesn't do anything until the next upkeep. Did we get there? Did we manage to get a win? Did we get the win on this turn here? I think that we got it here. Come on. Opponents? Is that it? Okay. They will do blinky blinkies. That's fine. Okay. What shrine do they have now? Okay. Okay. They made a bunch of monk tokens. But we have both prowess and menace, so they have to double block our stuff once we go off here. Okay. We have an island. So, here's how we do this. Trusty Boomerang. Going big here. Come on, Sokka. We got this. We got this. We will abandon attachments. Woo! Oh man, this is crazy. We will throw away... Oh, what do we throw away here? Oh, dang. We'll throw down the land. Draw 2. There we go. And we can airband a creature out. Or actually... Aang's Journey. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yes. Okay. We will get out a mountain. Because why not? And then we can equip... I guess it doesn't really matter what we equip to because it doesn't really help us all that much. But, okay. So with that, big swing here. Can we lock it out here? Can we stop our opponent? We are at lethal right here. Opponent has to double block everything. I mean everything. Okay, opponents. What you got? Anything else? You have to block everything. Otherwise, you will lose. Okay, but there you go, everybody. Sokka. He definitely can go big and go wide at the same time. Man, what a cool card, by the way. So much fun. Okay. So no matter what, damage is going to have to go through somewhere here. Okay, so let's see. Okay. I think... Down to 6. Okay, so we've got to guarantee we can get rid of the token. Here we go. And we got there. Yeah! We did it! Yeah! Rally together, Sokka and his allied assault, everybody. So there we go. That is the deck, everybody. If nothing else, that is our one sweet win to show you Sokka goes big and he goes wide. Oh, beautiful, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm so glad we got that, by the way. Woo! Okay, so there you go, everybody. We actually managed to get one legit win there with Sokka and his allied assault. So that gives you now a really good idea of how the deck is meant to be played. Okay, so let's see if we can get at least maybe like a couple more games here on the budget version, and we'll then show you at the halfway point in just maybe like what, next maybe 10-15 minutes. We'll give you then the upgraded version of the deck to really show you how the deck can shine. If honestly, if you don't care about budget, if you don't care about the I guess you could say not so much the flavor. Well, I mean, you still have some sweet flavor, but there are some ally cards that are helpful for us that are non-avatar cards that can really make the deck super sweet in Arena here. Granted, if you take this to paper, I mean, then you have a lot more options for you to work with here. But that's neither here nor there for now. Oh, I forgot to ask everybody. Has anybody actually cracked any booster packs for Avatar? If you have, what have you cracked so far? Let me know in the comments, everybody. I would love to hear from you on what you have scored from the set. My box is coming in Monday. I know we did a pseudo... we cracked open a pack yesterday, kind of like as our backup option, plan B, if you will. But, yeah, starting next week, we'll start cracking more packs of Avatar, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, until then, though, let's see. We can't really cast anything with this, so let's mulligan. Get the free one. Okay, not the best, but I think we'll keep this. We still have 2 lands. Hopefully we can draw into more lands. Or at the very least, we can... okay, well, let's see. Well, we have the abandoned attachments. We can use this to then dig through our deck just a little bit. Just a smidge. Okay. Opponent, what you got? Roaring Earth? Okay. Well, they are playing Toph, so I'm expecting a lot of shenanigans with that. Let's see. Swing with the Duke. 1 point of damage. Alright. What you got, opponents? Let's see. If I was to toss away some... Oh, already? Opponents! Oh, we were just getting started. Oh, well. Well, I guess we get the win out of that anyway. Oh, well. Free win. I'll take it. Remember to get your dailies done, kids. Always get your dailies done. So, alright. I guess we'll just jump back into it. Not a big deal. Bouncing right back on in. Ooh. Let me get something again to hydrate over here. Hold on. Ah, delicious. Whew. Okay, feeling much better now. Okay. So, while we load up our next one here, how are we feeling again about the deck overall? What's your feeling from the initial couple of matches we had? I know we haven't had that many matches, but so far I like the deck. Even if it is a bit limited with how it's designed based on what we put on it, I still think the deck is pretty awesome for what it is. I like it. Alright, so play our mountain. So this hand will be kept because we have Aang's Journey, so that can help us dig out the white source we're going to need for Sokka. So that'll be good. Aang's Journey. Okay. Let's get out now our planes. So any land after this point should be able to then get Sokka down, no problem. Speaking of... Oh, okay. We're playing against Sokka and Suki. Interesting. So this one actually we didn't put into the deck. But I guess you can if you actually want to go more into the equipment side of it. I suppose you can do that if you want to make Sokka Voltron, but at the same time, like a go-wide strategy. I think that's what I was trying to say. Okay, I have Master Smith here, huh? So they're an equipment version of our game plan here. That's an interesting one, by the way. Let's see. We'll swing here. We'll see what our opponent does. Nothing? Alright, so we get the first points of damage in. So the reason for this is we can either use Aang to airbend or Ty Lee to block them. Whichever way, we should be able to make it work. Sokka and Suki. Okay, so for this, Aang coming in. Sorry, opponent. We will airbend away. Bounced away. Nice. We managed to delay them just a smidge. Lava Spur Boots, okay. Nothing from our opponent. Okay, great. So we did manage to get our mountain there. So with that, our Sokka comes in. Down to 18. Okay, so with this... Okay, they bring back in Sokka and Suki. Only awkward part about airbending is... I mean, we still have to adhere to... the fact that the timing restriction means they still can cast it, but it's not the worst for us. Okay, so opponent, can you put... Okay, they will. So that means they're going to speed up their Sokka and Suki. So unfortunately, we're going to have to take a hit here. We don't want to block it. So, ooh, cheers. Not good. I'm going to get some good value here coming up. Okay, wow. That's a powerful card from Final Fantasy. Oh dear. That ally is huge. But we have a way of getting around that. It's not impossible. Nettle Cyst. Okay, wow. Yeah, they're all in on equipment. A Jeskai equipment version using Sokka and Suki. I like it, but not when we're facing off against it. Okay, wow. Opponent here definitely has us on the run. Can't do much for now, but I have to use Ty Lee here to slow them down a smidge. Okay, so do we block the Buster Sword, or do we block with hit here? Well, I think we're going to have to do this. So let's see, they're going to pick Ally. Not a surprise. Okay. They will attach things. What do they attach? Opponent, what you got? Okay, so that means they're speeding up now their adaptive automation. Or automation. I don't know why I said that the way I did. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, geez. I messed up the timing restriction there. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Well, looks like we're not going to survive here. Yeah. Okay, I messed this up, everybody. But let's be real. I don't think I was going to win that one either way. Even if I use Ty Lee here to tap down the ally token, we're still going to have to eat a double striking Nettle Cyst and Buster Sword. That just wasn't going to happen. It's okay. No big deal. Shaking it off. We can get some more wins. I know we can. So let's try maybe one more game here with the budget build. And after that, we'll then move on to the non-budget build. So you got to get a little bit of both perspectives here. If you do like the budget build, or if you like later on our upgraded deck, don't worry. The links for both of those will be located in the details of this live stream once we are done tonight. So hang in there. It will be coming. Okay, in the meantime here, let's see. Path to Redemption actually is good with Fire Lord Azula, because then we can lock her out from attacking. So I don't want to do it this way, but I think we're going to have to keep the hand. We want to make sure that Path to Redemption will prevent Fire Lord Azula from doing her thing. That's the only reason why we're going to keep this hand. Well, also that, and we also have a Lightning Strike, but we need a red source. We need a red source. Okay. Wizard class. Okay. Oh, beautiful. We did get a red source. Okay. Play the mountain. Nice. Okay. Knowledge Seeker. Okay. We will... Is that going to do anything? Whenever you recharge your second card, you should put a plus one counter on the creature when it dies. Create a clue token. Okay. Huh. Interesting little spirit there. That's kind of cute, by the way. Okay, once they do that, we will Knowledge Seeker gets Lightning Striked. Okay. They'll create a clue token. They'll draw 2 cards, but it doesn't really have a chance to do anything else. So for now, Water Tribe Rallier. Pass there. Okay, opponents. They need a black source to get Fire Lord Azula. If they hard cast her, we Path to Redemption her and lock her out from doing her thing, at least for a little bit. I would assume if they're going to play Grixis, they have to have some kind of removal or a counter spell. Okay, opponents. They cracked it. Okay, drawing a card. Okay. What'd you get, opponent? Did you get your source? Pyro's Demonstration. Ouch. Okay. Glider Kids. Okay, so let's see here. Let's play Glider Kids. Oh, hold on, everybody. All right. I'm gonna have to swap over to something here. Give me a second. Give me a second. I see something that probably I need to get rid of. Okay, remember, kids, say no to spam. Say no to spam. So let's see. We'll play this on, what do we want here? White. And let's see here. There we go. Spam gone. Okay. So let's see. That's Flash 4, Waterbend 4. TCG Soul has now followed over on Twitch. Well, thanks again for the follow, my fire friend. And how are you doing this evening? Hopefully having a wonderful night wherever you're at. Okay. 23. So, let's see. Waterbend 4. Whenever opponent draws... Okay. That's a pretty strong ward ability. I don't know how I'm going to get around that, but we'll try. Okay. So... Opponent swings. Okay. Or not. Okay. Well, in that case, then, abandon attachments. Throw away the Cloud Shift. Okay. So they'll get to draw some cards. Annoying, by the way. It's fine. The biggest thing we want to do right now is lock out Azula from doing anything. So, opponent, do you have an answer? They do. We'll pay the 2. Nice. Okay. Phew. So for now, that bought us time. So now Fire Lord Azula, she can't do anything. TCG Soul. It's all good, brother. Just noticed you started streaming. Well, thanks again for popping in. How are you doing tonight? Have you had a chance to play, like, any Avatar decks that you've been wanting to play? Okay, Buster Sword gets added to the Unagi. That's actually a really good card, by the way. Ugh. I don't know if we're going to have a chance to just get around that, but we're going to try. That's a pretty big hit, though. Sponge 1. Not ideal, but we may not have a choice here, at least for the time being. Okay, Hydroelectric Specimen. Okay. Well, at least I can't really do anything, so... Okay, we'll play the Mountain. The Sokka come in now. I guess we do not have a choice on this one. Okay, so with that, no attacks yet. So if we need to, we can airbend away a non-land permanence. Okay. Okay, so opponent is going to bounce away their Fire Lord Azula. So they draw a card off of that. Annoying. It's all good, though. We'll still find a way to make it work. Fire Lord Azula. Okay. Do I want to do this now? Let's see. Swiftfoot Boots. Airbend away Fire Lord Azula. There we go. Building up our allies. Bounce away Azula. So she is gone for now. Well, they can put the Swiftfoot Boots on one creature. At least for now, we could sponge a hit, if we have to. TCG Soul. I started playing Magic in real life about 2 weeks ago, and I started with Arena first time on stream yesterday. Nice! I'm going to say it's been a fun ride so far. No Avatar decks yet for sure. That's how I discovered you. I saw your Sir Conrad All Commons deck. Well, yay! Thanks again for seeing that one. Appreciate that. Hopefully you liked it, though. Have you actually had a chance to play with it a little bit? Okay, so we'll have to chump block here for now. Okay, so that might be where we're going to have to survive against the Unagi. We might have to start chump blocking a smidge here and there. Okay, so they equip there. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see here. We'll play the island. We'll swing here. Accumulate wisdom. Not for full value, but better than nothing right now. We need to get back to this fight. Okay. Ooh, meteor sword. That actually might be helpful here. So, Get the meteor sword. I wish we were able to get everything, though. Down to 16. So, let's see. Dramatic reversal. That'll create for us another token that we can use, and we can sponge another hit. Alright, Malcolm. Alluring Scoundrel. Alright. Fire Lord Azula coming back. Not surprised. We have to make sure she doesn't swing. Once she starts swinging, then it will be game over for us, because her power is ridiculous. TCG Soul, I'm missing some comments, but I opened a Sir Conrad alt art from the Final Fantasy packs, but I'll try to make it later today. Nice! Well, I still hope you have fun with it. Let me know how it goes later on. Okay, opponent. Wait, what is our opponent trying to do? Opponents? That's not how it works. You have to, in order for them to get haste on the creature, it has to stay on the creature there. But okay. I see what our opponent's trying to do here. So they be swinging with Azula. So firebending too. Ugh. Dramatic reversal. We're only doing this as mostly just a way to protect ourselves for a smidge here. So we will block here. We will, let's see, block here, block here, block here. Opponent technically has 3 mana open. Do they do anything with that mana? Not. Okay. Oh, I miscounted there. Dang it. Well, I feel stupid. Didn't get to kill Azula there, but that's okay. We still have the Meteor Sword. Okay, so nice. This will help us get back in this fight just a smidge. Destroy a permanence. So what do we get rid of here? Buster Sword's got to go bye-bye. Nice. Okay, so that's gone now. Down to 12. All right. We're trying to do what we can to hang into this fight. We just need a couple of spells to sling, and Sokka alone can rebuild the army. We can sponge against some hits here, but it's not going to be pretty. Okay, so block the Unagi. Ugh. Not good. Opponent's still drawing cards. Malcolm doing its thing. They put some more counters on stuff. Joy. Okay, Team Avatar. All right, well. Katara. Make an ally. Team Avatar. There we go. We still are in this fight. An offer you can't refuse. Wait, hold on a sec. Okay. Toots. It's all good, though. We waterbend. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no, hold on. That is right. Okay. Down to 5. Phew. Okay, we're hanging in there. Katara might have to take the hit here, but that's a small price to pay just because we managed to close the gap here pretty well. Okay. Big swing. Okay, so that's what now? 11? Yeah, okay, so that is lethal. So we have to survive the hit. So Azula takes out Katara. Ouch. Kind of feels a little awkward with the way, if you remember the show, Katara actually did defeat Azula, although in this instance, she failed. Okay, it's fine. We're almost there, though. We might be able to pull off a win here. Maybe. If our opponent has anything on the backswing here, they have 2 cards in hand. Do they do it? We technically have lethal in hand as is. Okay, they do have the blue spirit, so that is their chump block way. Okay. Okay, dang. I was hoping we would actually get at least one. Okay, make it a 6-6. Nice! Yes! I was worried they had something else in hand, but they did not, so our victory goes to us. The Allied Assault has gotten its win there. Nice. So happy. Yay for Sokka, everybody. Booyah. Okay. So there you go, everybody. For the first half of it was we managed to go off with our budget deck here. Again, the budget deck is only 48 bucks, 14 rares in Arena. Either way, it is budget friendly across any and all way you want to play it. But you may be asking yourself right now, as we reach the halfway point here, what if we took this deck to the next level and added some more stronger upgrades? So for the remainder of the stream, we'll now be playing an upgraded version of the deck, a much more powerful version here. So with that, let's go ahead. Let's get this going. Hold on one second here. Okay. So this is my interpretation of what I would play if I had no budget restrictions. And actually, I want to play this in paper, by the way. So this version of the Avatar set does go beyond the main set to give us a lot more pump and power across the entire deck. We definitely want to lean a lot more into making a lot more tokens. And we do have a lot of pump effects that will permanently make our tokens very, very strong. So with Sokka now, we're now going to add in some upgrades such as, again, we're now going to bring in our other friends here. Momo and Appa now join the battle with us here. So Momo, friendly flyer here. The first non-lemur creature spell with flying you cast during each of your turns costs 1 less to cast. Not too often that comes up, but again, it still provides us a nice little buff here and there for certain creatures. We're going to have some much more stronger removal here. We have Swords to Plowshares. Other upgrades for the deck, we're going to throw in some stronger counter spells that provide us better flex, such as 3 steps ahead. You can either counter spell, create a token that's a copy of an artifact or creature, which we could definitely go nuts with that, or we can just simply draw some cards when we need to. We'll throw in now also the Great Train Heist here. Use this during combat to then untap all your creatures, give us an additional combat phase, give all of our creatures +1/+0 in first strike, just whatever you need to just to get more value out of the deck. Redirect Lightning here, another sweet card for us. You can either pay 5 life, which is a little harsh, but sometimes you might have to, or pay 2 more mana, and then redirect the target of a spell or ability with a single target. So this can help us in certain effects like spot removal and redirect it against our opponents. So it's kind of like pseudo protection for our deck. In terms of other upgrades for the deck, we'll throw in now better protection overall. Dawn's Truce here. You can give all of your permanents hexproof until end of turn. If you want to gift a card to an opponent, give them also indestructible. Not too often you're going to want to do that, but sometimes you have moments like that. Stronger spot removal, cards like Get Lost here. We'll have, again, more stronger options for pump here, like Rally the Ranks. Choose, of course, allies. Give all of our creatures a +1/+1 pump, and it's an enchantment, so it does trigger off with Sokka here. We're going to throw in, let's see, what else do we have here that's strong? Flowering of the White Tree. We do have a handful of good legendaries in the deck, so this actually gives us great value. Legendary creatures will get +2/+1 and ward 1, and non-legendary creature spells still get us +1/+1. Still pretty awesome. In terms of other upgrades for the deck, we throw in Counterspell proper. We used to actually put in here Mana Drain, but Mana Drain did get banned in Brawl. But if you have it in paper, hey, go nuts if you want to. In terms of other upgrades for the deck here, I mean, you can definitely, you don't have to use all the lessons, but I still want to maintain some semblance of flavor for the deck, so that's why I have what I have. In the 3-drop slot here for upgrades, we'll throw in, let's see, what did we have here? Oh, Caretaker's Talent. That's an amazing card, by the way, because we're making a ton of tokens. So this will be a card draw engine for us every time we make a token. Level 2, you get to copy another token that you have. And level 3, creature tokens you control get +2/+2. So again, it's a lot more pump for the deck. We'll throw in the Tail of Momo here. Oh, such a sad little card, by the way. I actually cracked a copy of this in our first booster pack, so check that video out if you haven't already done so. But realistically, this helps you just dig out an ally creature anywhere in your deck or graveyard and put it back into your hand. So it's a great tutor for us. Although I will say though, like the flavor, while I like the flavor, it was a sad moment in the show though. This is a moment, if for those of you who've forgotten, where Appa went missing. He was taken away from Aang. Aang was devastated at this point, and Appa was trying to do his very best to look for his little friend there. It was just such a sad little moment there. I really need to watch the show again. It is an amazing show, by the way. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, anyway, me rambling aside, where were we at here? Oh yeah, so we're gonna, of course, put in more upgrades. We have Force of Negation here, an incredibly powerful card for us that can basically be a free counter spell under the right conditions, of course. We need to make sure that we can exile a blue card from our hand to make this free if it's not our turn. So just FYI. And then in terms of other upgrades here, well, technically these are not really expensive upgrades. Technically they're upgrades in the sense that since we're now playing beyond the avatar cards, we can throw in cards like Reckless Bushwhacker here. So this is actually a Goblin Warrior ally. So it is trigger with our rest of our game plan here. If you pay the surge cost, that means you have to cast a spell before this one. But if you do, give all of our creatures +1/+0 and haste until end of turn. A great spell if we have extra mana open, and maybe we cast a spell, we went wide with Sokka here, and then give all of our tokens the aggressive push they need to win the game. Other upgrades for the deck. We have Prismari Command here, so it's just a utility catch-all spell for us. Triggers off against Sokka here, does 2 damage to any target, gives us some card draw, or gives us a treasure token, destroys an artifact, whatever we need it to do. It's a little bit of everything. Since we are making a lot of tokens still, War Leader's Call is also a fantastic addition to the deck. Creatures we control get an extra +1/+1 pump, and anytime a creature we control enters, deal 1 point of damage to each opponent. So you can kind of give a little bit of a pseudo burn effect for the deck. Now that we are going to be upgrading the deck, we now afford Chromatic Lantern to help us out here. And also, I forgot to mention this, but also we have Arcane Signet. So now we can have these for better fixing for our deck. In the 4-drop slot for upgrades here, we will also now throw in Appa, Steadfast Guardian. This is going to be our nice way of protecting ourselves from a Wrath. When Appa enters, he can airbend away any number of non-land permanents we control. Every time we cast a spell from exile, we can then redeploy with white ally creature tokens. So that's actually a pretty cool way for Appa to help us protect our game plan here. Let's see, we have Gideon, ally of Zendikar here. He is technically can be useful because he can become an ally himself. So it's actually pretty good. And also he can create tokens for 0 loyalty. So that's actually pretty good for us. His -4 ability, if you want to actually ultimate him immediately, gives us a permanent emblem where creatures we control get +1/+1. And then we'll throw in our own one and only Wrath, Supreme Verdict here. It's the best Wrath we can afford in the colors we have because this spell can't be countered, and we just blow up everything. Now, because we're going to be going off with a ton of tokens and triggers from Sokka here, we have to throw in Roaming Throne. Man, this card here with Sokka goes bananas. Like, seriously, this goes insane because all of those triggers that go off will double up and just make sure we can get a lot of cool stuff going on here. Really, really good card. Perfect addition for the upgrades. In terms of the only other final upgrade here will be Appa the Vigilant here. From the extended part of the Avatar set, 7 mana, 6/6 Bison ally. He has Flying and Vigilance, and this version of Appa reads, whenever Appa or another ally we control enters, creatures we control get +1/+1 and Flying and Vigilance until end of turn. So this is a perfect finisher to make it just blows out the whole game plan here. It really helps us get a massive pump and puts everything in the air, making it impossible for your opponent to block us. Love it, by the way. Now, again, the only major other upgrades to the deck is going to be, of course, the mana base here. And, of course, no surprise, we're going to throw in every relevant rare duel we can muster up. So besides the singular stuff, we're going to trim down to 3 islands, 3 mountains, 6 plains. We'll then now throw in Ganjo, Seed of the Empire here. We'll throw in Castle Embereth here and Otawara, Soaring City. And of course, the dual lands are as follows: Flood Farm Verge, Glacial Fortress, Hallowed Fountain, Meticulous Archive, Rift Pyre Verge, Steam Vents, Sulphur Falls, Thundering Falls, Clifftop Retreat, Elegant Parlor, Sacred Foundry, Sunbillow Verge. We'll throw in the single Triome for our colors. We'll throw in the perfect fetches for us: Arid Mesa, Flooded Strand, and Scalding Tarn. If you want to throw in more fetches, by all means do so, but I want to make sure we have enough room to get the cards we do need. So that'll be all we have. Caverner Souls, because we're going to name allies, make them uncounterable. We'll throw in other fetches for us for basics, such as Fable Passage and Prismatic Vista. And then finally, to round out our package here, a single copy of Fountain Port here, because we make a lot of tokens, and it's going to be great utility at any point in the game. And that is the upgraded version of the deck, everybody. So let's now take the much more stronger version of our allied upgrades, and let's see how well this one can do. Okay, so with that, let's make sure we get the right one here. And there you go, everybody. So let's get this going here. And as we're loading up the match here, for those of you who have just joined us and are brand new, if you do like any of the budget content that we do, you know what to do. You can see right there on the side. Please like, follow, and subscribe wherever you are watching the content across any channel I'm streaming on, whether it's X, Instagram, Twitch, or YouTube. We try to do at least 1 or 2 streams weekly with any kind of budget deck that I have in my mind. And we usually always try to show you how you can upgrade the deck if you do like what we're playing today. Having said that, again, if you want to be a true fiery friend, we will have links in the details of this video once we're done, where you can then be a true fiery friend and subscribe to the Patreon. We'll have some exclusive videos there of stuff that typically doesn't come up at all during usual YouTube stuff. Or at the very least, just join the Discord, and then you can just chat with us and other fiery friends that would help us, just chat about stuff, fun things. Doesn't even have to be Magic content. We just shoot the breeze however you like. Either way, your support will help keep this channel going. And one more time, all links will be located in the details of this live stream when we are done. All right, so shilling aside, let's actually now get into the game. Okay, so we got Arcane Signet, Boomerang Basics. Okay, very land heavy, but that's fine. That just means we should hopefully be able to draw into the action we need. All right, so with that, let's get down first off Thundering Falls. Let's filter. Okay, we don't need another land, by the way. We'll throw that away. Okay, so our opponent is playing Firelord Zuko here. And definitely we're going to be playing, of course, as many of the characters from the series. So we definitely will have a Zuko deck. Another character that I absolutely love. He really has a good arc, by the way. Really good character, I must say. Okay, Otawara. We're getting too many lands, by the way, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Play Arcane Signet. At the very least, we'll be able to ramp on Q, no problem. Okay, opponents. Nothing yet. Okay, so Firelord Zuko here. He has Firebending X, where X is Firelord's power. Okay, he also has Arcane Signet. Okay. All right, let's see where we're going with this. Ally Teamwork, that's nice. So with that, we'll put down our planes. Ally Teamwork. Okay, we make our token. Let's see, and we'll pass here. Okay, so we have one token open to hold down the fort. Technically, he can play Firelord Zuko now if he wants to. Whenever he casts a spell from exile, and whenever a permanent you control enters. Huh. Let's see if that comes into play soon. So with that, let us... I think we'll play the Prismatic Vista. Crack the Prismatic Vista. Thinning the deck just a smidge. I know, deck thinning sometimes comes off as a meme, but it is a thing. It is a thing. You got to believe me on that one. Get our only island out. No attacks yet. So, if we want to slow down our opponent here, we could use the Otawara if we need to in a pinch. Let's see what our opponent does, though, by the way. If they actually pump up Zuko... Ooh, they have Firebending Student already. Okay. Well, I definitely know how that card's going to go. So we definitely need to find a way to bounce things away here. Zuko goes bye-bye. Sorry, opponents. Zuko does not get to go off here today. Opponents? Okay, good. Okay. So nothing yet. Okay, Waterbending Scroll. That's cute. So with that, I guess we'll put this down now. Sokka. I'm still expecting to have removal. They have to have removal. But until then, we can start building up some tokens. Let's get some tokens going. Opponents. Don't do it. Source the Plowshare, of course. It's fine. It's fine, by the way. We're doing this mostly because we want to make sure we can start getting... Okay, we'll put him back, of course. Joy. It's okay, though. The triggers still go off. Waterbending Scroll. So let's see. So that means draw 6. But one less to cast. So that means draw for... So we have to pay 5, 4. This will be 3. I guess 3 and tapping is not the worst for card draw. Not ideal, but I suppose that's better than before. Okay. So in the meantime, opponent's still got a full hand. What you got, opponents? Zuko's still in hand, though. They are swinging, but they didn't pump it. So they only get 1 point. Obviously, they have to have pump in hand. I don't know why they would swing otherwise. So what do they have? Do they have something to pump it up? Prowess? Trample effects? Don't leave me in the dark, opponent. Big score. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but okay. I guess that works. Okay, they draw 2. Make some treasures. Opponent, anything else? Anything else? Okay, they do not. Okay. Another planes. Okay, wow. Not quite what I'm expecting here, but okay. So we're going to water bending scroll and draw a card. We might have to start doing this now to actually get back into this fight. Okay. How to start a riot. Not ideal yet. So here's how we do this, by the way. Do it this way. Boomerang basics. Sounds a little clunky to do this way, but I need to keep drawing cards. Okay, draw another card. Okay, Dawn's Truce, I guess, is not horrible. Redeploy Arcane Signet. So when Sokka comes back, 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. That'll be 8. So Sokka comes back, and also we can protect him and the whole game plan. Ooh, Dark Ritual. Okay. What are they going to cast with that? 3 mana. What you got, opponents? What are you casting? Seize the opportunity. Oh, seize opportunity, just period. Okay, so they exile the top 2 cards. They got a land. They got Day of Black Sun. Good flavor, by the way. Down to 18. Still at 28, though, so we do have time. At the very least, the upgraded version definitely makes sure we can cast everything perfectly. We're definitely on curve, at least. But we need more spells to sling, or at least more allies. One or the other. Okay, let's see. Swiftfoot Boots. Okay. Do they pop their last treasure? They do. Okay. Fire Lord Zuko and Firebending Student will swing. They now get, what is that, 5 mana? That's not good. Okay. Or 6 mana, I should say. Are they going to do anything with that mana, or is it just reflect? Oh, wow, they do have something. Okay. Okay, so Suki. That's not horrible. Play our Tenacious Tactician. No attacks now. So, we will have to sponge a hit here. So now it's Zuko versus Sokka. Okay. Each player chooses up to 1 permanent with a mana value of 3 or greater from among the permanents they control. Exile those permanents. Okay. Oh dear. Well, it's gonna have to be allied teamwork, unfortunately. We can't have Sokka go out for now. Oh wait, he did. Dang it. Not what I wanted to see at all. And because of how it's worded, Dawn's Truce would not have saved us. Okay, well, our opponent right now making us look a little foolish here. Okay, Elegant Parlor. Okay. Okay, swings from our opponents. That's a lot of mana, by the way. Okay, well... I guess we're gonna have to block here. Not ideal. But we're running out of time now. Dang. Okay, gather the White Lotus. I guess that helps us out a little bit, but not by much. Okay. It's only gonna be... Dang, it's only gonna be 2 tokens, right? Toots. Okay. Scry 2. Suki. So she gets a little pump. Okay. Whenever another permanent you control leaves the battlefield during your turn. Okay, so we can't make any more allies for a bit. Or at least these tokens would have to leave during our turn in order to trigger stuff. But it can only be done once a turn. Okay. Does our opponent have a way to beat us here? They have a lot of mana open. Okay, they play Ty Lee. 4 cards left. 3 cards. Reckless Impulse. Firelord Zuko does have a lot of uniqueness in that with his ability, because you can cast stuff from exile. There's actually kind of a cool ability, by the way. We're definitely going to be building around Zuko at some point. Mark my words, we will. For now, ugh, that is not good. So they have Lightning Strike. Oh, jeez, this is... I hate how this feels. No! We just wanted to go off with our creatures. Okay, lightning strike to our face. No surprise, by the way. Okay, opponents. Anything else? Flare duplication. Toots. So, does that kill us? Yep. Alright. Well, that's a shame. But it happens, everybody. It's okay. We'll take our L's properly, but we will come back with the next one. We can win the next one. Not a huge deal, though. It is just Brawl, so we're just enjoying the casual fun here. Come on. I know we can have Sokka go off again. We can totally do it. Okay. So while we're loading up this one here, what are your thoughts overall on the set, everybody? Are you fans of Avatar? I want to hear from our fans of Avatar. Have you enjoyed the flavor of the set? Or is it something that maybe you didn't want to see in Magic? Let me know in the thoughts, everybody. Leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Okay, so this hand we can't really cast much. We'll mulligan. Okay. This is fine. We can keep this. This looks good. Okay, so we will play first off our Sunbillow Verge. We'll play our Momo. Alright, that's nice. Ah, look at Momo. He's so cute right there. Okay, Firebender Ascension. Okay, we're playing against the actual Avatar card, which is a cool card, by the way. But we'll see. Can we get around that? Otawara. Arcane Signet. Earth Kingdom Protectors. Swing here. Down to 24. Okay, Momo leading the charge. Okay, opponents. Okay, Firebend 1. Energy Bending, okay. Down to 23. Okay, so... Water Tribe Rallier. Tapped. Swing here again, down to 22. Okay. We can Water Bend for 5 here if we want to start digging out cards. Let's see, though. Does our opponent have an answer? What you got, opponents? Airbender Ascension. Okay. That's cute. Alright. They airbend away our card. I mean, that's not a huge deal. A little annoying, but it's not a huge deal. Okay. Down to 21. Okay, we have a counter spell. For now, though, Sokka coming in. Down to 20. Okay, so we're set up now to finally start doing stuff, which I'm hoping we're going to do soon. Okay, Energy Bending might be helpful for us on this next turn, if we can just have that mana open for Arcane Signet and Counterspell. Alright, let's see. Sundown Pass. Does Avatar Aang come in yet? I mean, technically he doesn't have the mana yet. He needs Green Source before he can start actually doing Avatar stuff. But we'll see. We shall see. Okay. Aang coming in. Lower end Aang. So he's going to airbend away Sokka. Wait, we can't even... Okay, we can't do anything with that. That's fine. A little annoying. Not the worst. We will decline, because that'll just put him there where we can just cast for 2. We can afford that. Okay, Firebending Ascension still. And a 19. Okay, we got a Plains. So let's see here. Sokka coming back. Water Tribe Rallier coming in. Nothing yet. I will say, though, their deck is a little annoying, but it's okay. I know we can rally back here. TCG Soul. I liked Avatar. The series are well crafted. The set kind of is indifferent to me, but that's probably mostly because there's too many shiny new toys, and as a new player in Avatar is not that high for me outside of the series. Okay. Well, that's a fair assessment. I do appreciate you being honest. Thank you for that. They also have the Cave of Two Lovers. Okay. Opponent. Swinging. Let's see. Whenever a creature... Okay, so this does trigger if they swing at with anything. Okay, nothing yet, though. That's good. Okay, so we do have Big Appa here. So I'm hoping I can start doing some stuff here. Let's see. It's tempting to do stuff, but we're going to wait. I want to start swinging, but we have both energy bending and we have a counterspell open. So I want to keep those open as long as I can, just to anticipate things so we can buff up our whole team. Just in case. Ooh, they got the stomping grounds. So does this mean Avatar Aang comes in? Okay, so he does. So for now, energy bend. Let's get our whole team pumped. Nice, we got a card draw. And counterspell that. Sorry, opponents. Get the pump in. Denied. Too bad. Okay, now definitely our opponent's not going to swing here. We have a nice beefy backup here. Oh, maybe? Okay, they do not. So now we can activate Water Tri-Rallier. Okay, let's Water Bend. Okay, ooh, Reckless Bushwhacker. Okay. That's good. So now we just need to get everything else going here. Okay. We'll get out a mountain. The Cave of Two Lovers. All right, I think we might have... Let's see if we can get the win right here now. Yes. And then, yes, or Goblin. Reckless Bushwhacker off the top. Yeah. Take that, opponents. Yes. Allied Assault. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Wow. Just see how quickly your deck can go out of control with this. So yeah, even if they block here, I think that's game. Unless if I counted incorrectly. Smashy, smashy. Oh, that was so good. Yes, that was beautiful. We needed an audience cheer for that one. Thank you so much, everybody. That was amazing, though. Oh, yeah. Allied Assault, everybody. Striking it down. Woo. Okay. That was good. That was a really good win there. I love that one. That was a solid one. All right. Get our nice little dailies done. Let's keep the good times rolling. So, giving everybody a heads up right now, since I know, as I mentioned earlier at the very beginning of the stream, Mrs. Inferno does come back soon. So, when Mrs. Inferno is returning, we're going to have to then end the stream. Just again, as a courtesy for her, because also we like to make quality time for the misses. But before then, I think that means we should have at least another 35 minutes left to go, approximately in the stream. And I appreciate everybody who has been here today so far. Don't worry, again, as a reminder, once we are done with today's stream, a little bit after this, I'll make sure to add the details in. And don't worry, there will be a link for both the budget deck and the non-budget deck if you are interested in both of those. Also, not a huge deal here. Just want to randomly say this off. I actually did submit this deck. I think, what is it? For those of you that do follow our biggest Magic the Gathering YouTuber, Tellurian Community College, the professor, I know he put up a contest right now for an Avatar themed deck. So I submitted today's deck, the budget one, to that. Here's hoping we win. I would love to get those collector booster packs though. But even if we don't, I still felt pretty good about our deck today. I actually did like it a lot. So let's hope that our deck can finish out strong here. I hope it can. Okay, so our opponent is playing the Earth King. Ooh, interesting. This is actually kind of a cool build. So that means they're going to try to make, is it a Stompy deck? That actually is kind of neat. Let's see if we can get around this. Okay, and we also have War Leader's Call, which is nice. We'll play our Island. Arcane Signets, so we got perfect fixing now. That means we can get out Sokka in a turn or so. Beautiful. Topiary Stomper. Yep. One's going Stompy. Don't worry, we will make our own Earthbending Stompy deck soon. We're going to have that, so stay tuned for that, everybody. Sokka coming in. Here comes my boy. You're going to do some damage here. But we just got to wait it out for a turn or so. Okay, Ojair. That's got Stompy on it, so we're going to see if we can try to get around that. Start making our allies. Let's see here. We will Boomerang Basics away Ojair, which is nice. Get the pings in. Very nice. Smash away to 18. Okay. We're doing pretty good so far. And also we can use Airbender's Reversal on Ojair if he gets a little cheeky. So far, so good, though. Alright, opponents. Ojair coming back. That's fine. Okay, so with that, we can make 2 copies here. Let's see, I think... Cathartic Reunion, throwing away the Forecasting Fortune Teller and Hakoda. Alright, pump, pump, pump. Ping. Draw 2, or actually draw 3. Nice. And then from here, no attacks yet. Okay, so far we're doing pretty good here. Okay, opponents. What else you got? Goreclaw, okay. If our opponent swings with Ojair, Questing Beast, okay. Ooh. Scary. I'm swinging. Okay, so this is our shot here. So with that, we will destroy Ojair. Get a nice little pump here. Ping, ping, ping still. And there you go. Oh, our opponent is out enough. Oh, man. Being able to make tokens at instant speed like that is so beautiful. Man. Sokka. Sokka's good. He's cracked. I love him. I love him so much. Okay, so let's see. Let's keep this going here. All right. We're getting our wins. We are getting our wins today. So with that, how are we feeling so far, everybody? Hopefully, again, it's not too late for those of you that are watching me on stream, but I still appreciate that. Right now, from where I am right now, it is 10:03 in the evening. I also realized that once I'm done with the stream, I probably need to finish recording the remainder of our firebending deck. I'll talk about that at the end of the stream to everybody, so don't worry. I'll mention that in a bit. But then hopefully then we can get started on our next budget deck beyond that too. But until then, let's see. So we got a South Pole Villagers, all right. Protection, Cloud Shift, great. Flooded Strand, okay. So we got some good fixing here. Once we can get to it, we will play... Okay, we'll play the Fabled Passage first. We'll do that. Very specific reason why. All right. Our opponent's playing Katara the Fearless. Well, unfortunately, this Katara could not make it into the deck because of the color restrictions. Definitely a cool card on her own, though. But she would be building allies in a very different way. However, before I get to that, we'll get down... let's get on our planes. Yeah, the Get Lost, that's cute. We will play the Abandoned Air Temple. South Pole Voyager. Gain some life. Alright. What else you got, opponents? Still thinking? That's cute. Rampant Growth. As you should. Ramp away. Opponent be digging out. What basic did they get? Did they get a white source? It's probably got to be a plains. It has to be a plains. Yep. No surprise there. Okay, we got Hakoda. That'll be good for later. For now, let us play Earth Kingdom Protectors. Swing with the Voyager. And pass. So once we get Flooded Strand here sacked, we can then get Perfect Fixing. Oh, they got Command Tower. But did I not put Command Tower in our deck? I just realized that too. Probably would have to fix that. I'll probably just take out one basic and put in Command Tower. How foolish of me. I actually did not get out Command Tower in the actual upgraded deck. I'll have to fix that later on. Flooded Strand. So for this one, let's get our Perfect Fixing with the Triome. All right. Ooh, we got That's Rough, Buddy. I love the flavor for this set. It's such an amazing set for flavor purpose. See, that's rough. I put a plus counter on a target creature. Put 2 on that creature instead of a creature left the battlefield under your control this turn. Draw a card. Okay, so... How do we do this here? Let us actually swing with the Voyager. Does our opponent actually... 22. Okay, so it doesn't have to be on our turn specifically. It's actually not too bad. Okay, so I have an idea here. We might try to get a little cheeky here just to get some of our other stuff, just so we can start drawing cards. Or I suppose if they have Katara come in, we could just hit Get Lost instead. What route do we take here? Staggering Insight? Okay. Well, we'll let our opponent put that on. Okay. I guess we'll have to hit Get Lost on the South Pole Voyager. Do you have an answer, opponent? So auras? Maybe? I was not expecting a staggering Insight. Oh, here we are. 3 steps ahead, okay. We're full power there, too. So we will not block here. Dang. Okay, well, I'm just going to start drawing cards. Small price to pay, but not a huge deal. We still have time to get around this. Dang, we're not getting our other land, though. Okay, well... Let's see how we do this. Okay, so I think... Earth Kingdom Protectors. I'm literally just going to do this just to gain the life there. Draw a card there. So we got Katara. Come on, where's our land? Come on, deck, give me a land. Dang, we're not getting a land. Okay, fine. Do this the hard way. Thanks, deck. Okay. Misty Rainforest. Katara the Fearless finally coming in. She makes her appearance known. So the double trigger goes off there. How nice, by the way. Or maybe we might actually do... I mean, we could do a Legendary Matters deck with Katara and the other allies. I mean, there's so many options you could totally do with this. Okay. Meticulous Archive. We'll let that surveil. Opponent's got 4 cards in hand, though. Can't do much else for now. Well, it puts the Swiftfoot Boots on Katara. So she can start doing swings. No blocks yet. We're at 19. They go up to 27. Joy. Okay, they draw cards. Lots of cards. Okay. Okay, we got Suki. That's still not enough for what we want to do, but I guess that's okay for now. Gain some life. Push them back down to 22. So it still can be anybody's game, but we really, really need another land if we want to actually do stuff with Sokka here. Otherwise, we're just going to be a little clunky for the rest of today. Come on, deck. Show me some love. Show me some love. Okay. Okay. They've got Starting Town, Herald's Horn. Oh, I realized that's also another card we could have added into the deck. And it's also budget friendly too. I mean, either way, there is going to be a point where once we get to the end of the stream, we'll talk about optional cards we did not include in the deck, but we can talk about still. Okay, the Blue Spirits. Another card we also did not have either. Okay. Opponents. Okay, so at least we stopped their swinging for now. Okay, finally we got our sorcerers. We'll name ally, of course. We will play Sokka, Tenacious Tactician. Gain some life there. No attacks. Okay, so now we finally have the pieces in play. We just need to get to the spell slinging, and we should be good to go. Hopefully. Okay, opponents. Here comes Toph. Okay. Which again, as if I don't have to, I don't have to reiterate. We'll definitely be doing a Toph deck at some point. We gotta do Toph. Here goes our landfall shenanigans. Opponents. Anything else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana open. Low cap lantern. Huh. Okay. Equipment. That's interesting. A lot to learn. Opponents definitely all leaning in on the flavor as well. Very interesting. Okay. That's cool. That's cool with me. Is that it, opponent? You've got 2 mana open. Does the glow cap lantern get attached, or are you going to have that sit out for a smidge? Nope. Looks like they're going to do it. Do they swing? That's a lot of keyword soup on there. Okay, they do not. Okay, so... Okay, we finally are getting our lands. That's good. Let's see here. Dang, I want to go off. But at the same time, I also want to cast cards too. So let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do here. Katara could come in, but I don't want to be too vulnerable either. Ugh. Okay. But if we put her in, we can still protect Sokka, I guess. Okay. I mean, we came here to go big. We really want to just start doing our thing here. Game life, draw a card. Okay, Force Negation is actually not that bad either. So, nothing yet. But we can't cast it because we don't have a blue spell to pitch. But we'll have that in our back pocket once we start untapping. Angler Shield. Okay, they're playing Omen Path cards. Disgusting, by the way, but okay. Opponents. Anything else? Okay. More landfall shenanigans. This still can be anybody's game. It can either be our opponent's or it could be ours. But they're definitely... Okay, they're swinging. Okay, so let's see. Okay, is there anything that's preventing us from blocking? Okay, so they did manage to Earthbend 2. Yikes. Okay, so... block here with just a token. Poor little token. Has to be sacrificed for the greater good. Okay, so from here... Oh, Octopus Form is good too. So let's see here. Huh. Hakoda. Uncounterable, which is nice. So for now, no attacks yet. We need to keep the Octopus Form open if it's not returned. Okay. So at least now we have the Force Negation ready to go if we need it. That will be possibly our key piece to keeping us alive for a turn. Let's see. It has to not be a non-creature spell, though, so that's the only awkward part. But that is a sorcery, so we can hit this. Opponent, do you do it? Shamanic Revelation. Okay. Here's what we came here for. This is why we have Force Negation in here. So, pitch this away. Throw away Octopus Form. I'm sorry, opponent. You are denied. Oh, Force Negation. Who thought it was a good idea to put this into Arena? This card is busted, by the way. I have a copy, by the way. Denied. And we also get a nice little buff here, so our opponent can't get too cheeky with swinging because we can block their hits. Oh, opponent is getting cheeky. Okay. That's fine. Oh, nope. Okay. Oh, they saw it was coming. I mean, because we can sacrifice Hakoda and give all of ourselves a big toughness boost. Okay, so Avatar Enthusiast. That's cute. Okay. And nothing yet. We're just going to slowly start building up our resources here. But we're almost there. We're almost there. Although it would be hilarious if we can have 3 steps ahead go off here. Okay, North Pole. So they still keep drawing their cards. They're up to 37 life, though. That is a chunk. But it's not impossible to get around. Okay, more earthbending by Toph. Suki, Kyoshi Warriors. Okay. I'm still getting some life gain. We can still protect with Dawn's Truce. So if we need to do it here and now, we might. Okay, opponents. Whew. A little scary. But this might have to be the turn we're going to do it. So, let's see here. Oh, we blocked that. Dawn's Truce away. Actually, you know what? Just block with one token again. Okay. Dang. Okay. Pass again. I know. It's tempting. It's so tempting to go off right here. But we have Rally the Ranks coming in soon. That'll give all of our creatures a big pump. We do have 3 steps ahead, so that can actually help us copy 1 creature. And then probably, because we have pretty much all legendaries, it's going to have to be Avatar Enthusiast. But that actually might be enough. That might be enough. So 3 steps ahead. We can't counter a spell, but we can make a copy of something. Does our opponent do a swing here? Okay, they do. I also want Appa to come in, but it's still 2 mana away before we can actually use our big boy here. Okay. They are making creatures. They're making a lot of creatures. Okay. Is that it, opponents? Dang, airbending. Okay, so they airbend away a creature. I can't counter that. But maybe. How do we get out of this? I guess it depends on what they do. Or do they airbend away their own creature? What do you do, opponents? What will you do? Tricky one. I mean, at the very least, now we know that they're out of action at this point, so we just need to... Okay, so they bounce away Suki. They bounce away Toph. Okay. They get all the card draw. So they managed to refuel pretty hard here. Ugh. Not good. But then again, they've been getting a lot of their lands to do their thing here. So I don't know if they want to tap their stuff here for more things. Fatal Passage. Not gonna lie though, their deck is actually pretty beefy here. I do like it, but we'll see. Is it gonna be enough? Is it gonna be enough? Is that it, opponents? You technically still have... Well, I mean, you have creatures you can use. Are they gonna tap them for stuff? Harrow. Okay, so they do. Okay. So my plan right here, using That's Rough Buddy, Rally the Ranks. We'll throw away Appa for the card draw. Okay. So, copy, actually. Avatar Enthusiasts. Big pump here. Okay, opponents. Okay, put an ally down. That's a lot of triggers, by the way. Okay, Suki. Everyone, make a copy. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so not too bad, right? From here, same thing. We just keep blocking. But we good. We good. We're still in this. Okay, so from here... Momo. That's cute, by the way. Okay, 62 life. Whew, our opponent is definitely going off here. I don't know if we're going to try to win this one, but we'll try. Okay. Direct Lightning. Okay, still nothing off the top there, but we do have Rally the Ranks. That is nice, though. Okay. So at least our Avatar Enthusiasts will get bigger and bigger here. which we do like. Big, big, big. Pump, pump, pump. And of course, we're going to name ally. Big pump here. So. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures versus our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still not quite enough, though. Not quite enough. Almost there, though. Almost there. No attacks yet. It's so tempting to go off here. It's so tempting. Okay, Suki. As a 14-4. Ooh, this is 15-4. Okay, so let's see. I have two ways of doing this. We can protect ourselves here, use that rough buddy to stop the South Pole Voyager from getting too out of control. Energy bending, okay. I draw another card. But that's only temporary. Okay. That's a lot of tokens, by the way. Wow. Okay. Not looking good now. Oh dear. Yikes. Okay. Well, now victory looks like it's a little ways away. Does our opponent swing, though? That's a lot of tokens, though. Opponents. Pirate hat. Opponent, anything else? Okay, they put pirate hat on. That's cute, by the way. Anything else, opponent? All right, this is the big swing here. So we're going to have to use Dawn's Truce to survive. This is, by the way, insane. Oh, boy. Okay, so I'm guessing our opponent now has had enough. They want to finish us off here and now. We can sponge a hit, but that's all we can do. Okay, well, enter the avatar state. Okay, so in that case then, we'll pay the 5 life. We will redirect this. Thank you. Sorry, opponents. Don't think we're going to get away with it that easily, opponents. We'll redirect that. Thank you very much. Hey, at least we got to, if we're going to lose here, at least we're going to lose with style. You know what? Let's at least steal their ability so our opponent doesn't try to get too cheeky. I mean, they're going to make a ton of tokens here and a stupid amount of life, but at the very least, I can be a little bit of a sneaky person and just be like, no, 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 you're not going to get off that ability on Suki here. She stays grounded. She will die. Okay, opponents. Okay, all of our triggers now go off, which is great. We might actually be able to at least survive one hit here. Just one. All right, we'll redirect that. Thank you very much. And what do we redirect this to? Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll just put it on a useless token that can't do anything. Okay. Anything else, opponent? Tylee, Chi blocker. Okay, that's cute. What does she hit, though? She taps away. Okay, so with that, Dawn's Truce. We'll gift a card. You can have a card, opponents. But we can sponge at least one hit. If we're going to go down, we're going down fighting. Okay, it's fine. Get your card, opponents. Okay, go ahead, get all your cards. Okay. So, okay, well, let's... This is just a ridiculous board state. I'm sorry, everybody. Let's see if we can somehow find a way around this. Okay, so let's see how we can block all this ridiculousness. So, okay. All right, well, we could definitely chump block like for days here, but we have to block all those stupid lands, by the way. Okay, first off, I want to... Tara dies. Let's see, we will block there. Okay, and we're running out of time, too. So let's see here. 9. Okay. Block the 8/8. Oh dear, making us run out of time here. Okay. All right, that's our blocks. Literally blocking everything we possibly can. We die, we die. But at the very least, we go down fighting. Still can't believe this. It's just ridiculous, by the way. All right, well, we live one more turn. And we take out at least a couple of creatures along the way. So we go down to, what, 9? Okay. Well, at least some cards are out of the way. If we get a Supreme Verdict, I would absolutely find it hilarious. Okay, so all that goes away. Okay. Well. Dang, I was actually hoping we could save that Dawn's Truce for something else, but okay, well, at least we got some stuff out of the way. Sort of. We got through like more than half of their deck. Okay, Boots goes back on top. Okay, Gran. Cute, by the way. So that does help us go off a bit here. Alright, you know what? We'll just shock ourselves. It's not going to matter that much. So, okay. I wish we had a way to fly over there, everything, but Appa we just couldn't get Appa to go off here because, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just couldn't do it. Okay, so, well, we're going to lose next turn because we can't block all those tokens anyway, so you know what? We're going down fighting. We're going down fighting, if nothing else. Okay. And looking at the clock, looks like we're going to start running over our time here, so... Alright, so we're probably going to have to accept this is our final game, everybody, and we're probably going to lose here, but that's okay. I still had fun with this game. This is actually a pretty good match so far. It was a stalemate for a while, but our opponent found a way to break through us. But at the very least, hey, we found a way to at least force them into an awkward situation where they had to do some swinging, even if they're at 147 life. It's all good, though. I feel it's also on flavor for us to actually have the card. That's rough, buddy. I know how you feel now. Yep. Okay. One really wants to make sure they blow up our stuff, even if they don't have to actually chump block that much. Okay, well. Okay, what do we put this on then? At this point, it doesn't really matter. We're going to lose everything anyway. You know what? Gran can get the pump. Why not? Okay. Okay. 2 cards, none of which really help us out there. Wait, no, we can't do that. Guess we'll activate Hakoda here. Get some more pump. Okay. Blow up as many tokens as we can. We will lose our board, but that's okay. We went down fighting. We took out as many tokens as we could. But we still have like 8 more tokens to go and 147 life. We're not surviving here. If our opponent swings, so again, we'll just survive as best we can. That's all we can do, by the way. If we had the Supreme Verdict, then it would be a whole new game. No, they got the Great Henge. Yeah, we're dead. Alright. I'll be nice. I'll let our opponent finish this off here. Tara comes back. They do Tara things. They draw all the cards. They're at 43. Maybe we could deck them out, but it's not likely. So that means they could swing with a lot of creatures, and we don't have enough. Okay, opponents. Go ahead. Do your worst. I'll let you do your thing. But at the very least, I will say our deck definitely showcased itself as something fun today. Even if we couldn't get the final win today, we still managed to get a couple of wins with the deck. So I'm still satisfied with how it turned out. Okay. Go on, opponent. Just do your swing. I won't even bother blocking. At this point, it's done. But I still hope all of you enjoyed everything here. All things considered. Don't take too long, opponent. I would like to end this here now. Okay, so they untap the command tower. I think I might put another poll up and probably will choose a couple of characters that if anybody's interested in, and let me know what you would like to see done for a future character or two for the game. Okay. You know what? We'll protect Sokka, if nothing else. Okay. Unless opponent has another option there. Do they? Come on, opponents. Just continue on. Come on. No, come on. You didn't have to be that sneaky about it. Boo! Yeah, we'll just put him in the command zone. Not that it matters. Okay, fine. We have even less blockers now. TCG Soul. Do you know the meme, I'm 5 years old and what is this? That's how I feel right now. Oh, wait, do I know that meme? I have to look that one up again. I think I want to say yes, but it might have been a while since I've seen that meme. Right now, I feel like, what is it? What is it? It's the SpongeBob one. So it's Plankton right now. Well, this stinks. Which reminds me, I probably should add that as a clip for my soundboard. Ouch. Okay. Well, hey, again, we fought the good fight, everybody. While unfortunately we did not make this a victory, it was still a good game. We held out as long as we could. That was a lengthy game, by the way. But good job, opponent. I'll at least give you that much. I'll give you that. Okay, well, we didn't get a chance to finish with a victory there, everybody. We will have to end the stream in just a little bit. But I still appreciate all of you who have been here today. But before we go, let's do our wrap-up like we properly do at the end of every stream. So, talking about Allied Assault, everybody, what are your thoughts on the deck overall? Do you like the deck? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? And to be honest with you, Sokka alone can carry the deck in a very nice way. But you have so many different ways you can actually build with Sokka. If you want to just go with allies just straight out, that's cool, and then you can just go wide with his tokens. You can build Sokka out if you want to make him a Voltron commander, and then you can just go off with, again, the triggers from the non-creature spells. You could spell sling with him. You can do enchantments. You have a lot of options with Sokka. He is definitely a good card on his own. He's literally an army and a cannon. I absolutely love him. I do love him, by the way. My favorite character got a really good card, and I'm really happy about that. So even with this build right here, I would recommend this if you're a fan of Avatar, if you're a fan of budget decks, maybe you want to put together a commander deck, you don't want to spend a lot. Again, $48, that's like pre-con range. And that's all within flavor for this with this build. So I would definitely say try it out if you like it. Having said that, if you are willing to spend a little bit more in arena or in paper, definitely, if nothing else, before you do anything else, as always, upgrade your mana base. Upgrade the mana base, and even if you have the janky budget option earlier, at least with a stronger mana base, you can definitely cast your cards on time. So I would recommend that first off before you start putting in all these other cards in there. If I had to do this again, maybe I might lean a little bit more towards a Spell Slinger deck, but again, I wanted to use as many of the Avatar cards as I could, so I was happy with it overall, all things considered. But definitely, both links for either deck, if you're interested, one more time, will be in the details once we're done in just a minute or so. But before we go, as always, for those of you who have stuck around this far into the stream, thanks again for hanging in there. You are my true fire friends, and I really appreciate you guys being here today. So for that, let's get us a little sneak peek as to what's to come for our future videos. So coming up on Monday, if I can get down the remaining video footage, we're going to do our first actual real deck tech, our Firebending Fury deck. So this will be going out Monday, maybe Tuesday, as long as I can maintain my schedule. But seriously, Firebending Fury here. So this is going to be our first deck tech that you all voted on for the Pioneer format. So that'll be our first one here, mono red. After that, the second place winner was an airbending deck. So we're going to do a mono white airbending deck. This one's still a work in progress, but we'll probably put this out most likely at the first week of December. As far as our next live stream, if I can get done firebending on time, we'll try to squeeze in maybe earthbending infinite here. So this is a cool little earthbending deck. It's Golgari colors, but it's for the standard format. It's a fun one. I'll see if we can try to get that done. If nothing else though, for sure, we'll try to squeeze in on Thanksgiving. So on Thursday, we'll try to squeeze in a fun Turkey Day themed deck. Every year I do always a Thanksgiving video, whether it's a deck tech or it's going to be a live stream. And we're going to do one, as always, it's always themed around food. So obviously we have to do the Cabbage Man. So this one's a fun one. It's not going to be a super serious build, but it definitely can surprise opponents if they're not aware of it. So this one's going to be a fun one. We put together, again, a theming of food, and we're going to use chocobos as kind of like our turkey. It's our bird, everybody. It's our bird. Just roll with it, okay? Just roll with it. But seriously, that'll be the one on Thursday. And then beyond that, other deck techs we're looking at doing. We have, of course, one of our other Basically decks. So the Basically series will continue on, if not maybe in December, maybe the beginning of January, once we start getting to Lorwyn in January. But this will be one of our Basically decks, Slimefoot here. Again, the gimmick of this series is no rares, no mythics in it, as budget as you can make it. So it's good for anybody out there. But that'll be the build we'll work on and do a full video for in a couple more weeks. So that'll be coming down the line. There will be maybe 1 or 2 weeks where I won't have any deck techs, because we will be doing, of course, our proper send-off for 2025. You know, the best, the card of the year, the best sets that I want to talk about. And of course, we'll do our little overview as to what's to come in 2026. I hope that 2026 will not be a bust. I'm only saying that because we have a lot of sets that are coming out that are not match related. We got Ninja Turtles, we got Marvel again, and a couple other sets that I really hope will be okay. I'm not a fan of Star Trek, but again, if these are sets that you look forward to, we'll still do it fairly. We'll try to build decks for all of these sets, even if I'm not fond of certain ones. But that'll be, again, something we'll worry about next year. Until then, final shout out before I go tonight to all of you who said hi and chatted with me tonight. So Josuke Higashikata, Shane Rose, we have Christina Vang, we have Lucinda S91, TCG Soul. Thanks again for joining us today. I see also there's someone also on Instagram over there. So Arian786. Thanks again also all of you who have been popped in today for the chat. I really appreciate every single one of you. And even if you didn't pop in, you were just lurking, I still appreciate you having your eyes on the live stream just the same. But that is going to be it for tonight, everyone. I have to now get going because I got to prepare and, get ready Mrs. Inferno, because she'll be coming home in just a little bit. But until next time, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll get a chance to do this again very soon. Most likely it'll probably be Tuesday as opposed to our usual Wednesday stream. But again, I'll make a proper announcement like I always do. Now, before we go, everybody, one more final thing that I always like to remind everybody before we end the evening. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you again on Wet Tuesday, everybody. Later.